not more important than the podcast.
The podcast is the definite most important thing in the world. As we don't have an episode come out for like 3 months. Hello, fellow weebs and otakus, an episode of Anime Fix, your fix for all things anime. I'm Chase.
And I'm Lance.
Hi, Lance.
Hello, sir. Hello, senpai.
Senpai.
Yeah.
Bro, it's been a minute. I missed you.
I miss you too.
Yeah. But I'm happy that we get to talk about this super cool anime that you introduced to me, and I'm excited to talk about it.
Did I tell you how I found it? Did I tell you how I found it?
I think so, but you can re-say it for everybody else.
Yeah, so I really love Psycho-Pass, right? I love
everybody knows you really love Psycho-Pass. What are you talking about?
Bro, Providence is coming out in like a month.
What's Providence?
It's the new Psycho-Pass movie.
In theaters?
I believe. Yeah.
Surprising. I didn't know Psycho-Pass was that popular.
Fuck you, dude.
Yo, continue though. What's Providence about?
So I'm trying to say completely. I knew that they were coming out with a new anime movie. They announced it last year.
Yeah.
The 10-year anniversary. I'm trying to stay ignorant of what exactly it's about. I have suspicions on what it's about, but I don't want to know because I don't want any spoilers.
What's your
believe
suspicion?
though, my suspicion is it's going to take place before season 3 of Psycho-Pass.
Oh, I haven't watched season 3.
Oh, well, do you care if I say?
No, I'm not going to watch it. I mean, I'll watch it if you tell me to watch it.
Psycho-Pass season 3 is really good. But at the end, Akane Tsunemori, she's been like locked up.
I remember that.
And so she gets out, and I believe Psycho-Pass Providence. My suspicion is going to be how did she end up there to begin with? Because there's like a huge.
Does it show that in season 2?
No.
Oh, I thought it did. Never mind.
No, so you see, at the end of this is not a Psycho-Pass episode, but
I know.
We have season 1, we have season 2, and then we have 3 PAs. Yeah. That basically tell the story between season 2 and season 3. Right? Like give some backstory. So like you could watch season 3, but there are elements that you like backstory stuff that you miss, and that's what these standalones do. You have season 3. You have the movie, the third movie or second movie, second. It's then you have the movie which takes place like right after season 3, I think. Which is kind of like basically one big mega episode, and then that's it, right? And then we see the whole Akane coming out of jail essentially, and so I think Providence is going to be about how that happened. But that's just my guess. I don't know anything beyond that. I'm trying to stay,
for sure,
keep it all secret. But
it sounds cool though.
But all that to say, so I really like Psycho-Pass, and so I was like, I gotta find an anime like Psycho-Pass. So I went to ChatGPT.
Yep.
I said, you give me like the top 5 animes like Psycho-Pass made after 2018.
Oh, really? So this was made after 2018? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was 2020 or 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did that, and this was one of the top ones that came up, and so I was like, okay, I'd never heard of it, never come across it in any of like browser searching, that I've done, and then I do ChatGPT and it comes up, and I'm like, I'm glad I did that because it is solid. So anyway.
That's funny that you did that. But was that the only one that you found?
Oh, no, there was a few others.
Oh, okay. But that was the best one that it looked like.
Oh, that was like the top one on the list, and I just hit play on it. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did that.
I got sucked into it for sure. Like when I started it on Friday, I didn't stop watching it until Saturday at 4:30 a.m. So like I watched it all the way through 12 episodes, which I don't do often actually with animes that suck me in because I obviously get super tired when it's that early or that late, however you want to look at it. But like it was so good that I was like, I gotta finish this. I gotta see what happens. And like you know me, like I was like looking up different like characters' names in the anime. I'm like, no, I'm gonna spoil it for myself. Let's not do that. So like I even
Yeah,
stopped myself doing that because I like the story so much.
it's very good. I hope they do a season two. I don't. I mean, they left it pretty much open for a season two.
They did, yes.
Uh, so I hope that they do.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
they left it open for season 2, but, like, the ending, like, you know all the mysteries now, right? Like, you know who, um, what's the
John Walker.
they know who John Walker is. They
John Walker.
and they know who, the Mizuhome or, like, whatever the machine's called, they know, like, what
Yeah.
powers that as well, so it all made sense, but
Oh yeah, yeah. They closed it out nicely, and basically it's like, yeah, we close out all the loose ends of season one. So if it's like really popular, we'll do a season two, but we don't have to. So yeah, I'm pretty. But anyway, let's get started. So what'd you think? What's your thoughts?
overall, I mean, I totally liked it. I mean, I think it's better than Psychopaths. I
Ooh.
think the story is better than Psychopaths. I don't think the world is better than Psychopaths because the world of Psychopaths is still more dystopian and like there's the it's a lot different than a regular Earth world, you know, where like
Hmm.
this is like everything's the same except for that secret division of the Mizuhome and stuff like that. Whereas Psychopaths is, you know, completely different. And like there's
Hmm.
actually like robots that like float throughout the world and stuff like that. So I like the
Yeah, I
story
would.
more in Invaded.
I think the best part about Psychopaths is the world building itself.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's so much there. It's a standalone story. If we were to take season one of It Invades, season one Psychopaths, and it's just a standalone story and there's nothing else there, I would choose It Invaded
Yeah, definitely.
or Psychopaths. But so what were you at all confused in the first episode when the brilliant detective walks in and you're like, and there's all these guys that are like, all these people that are like, brilliant detective has found this or whatever, and like there seems to be no, like you're like wondering what the hell's going on. Was it, did it throw you for a loop in the first episode, like the connection, or?
Yeah, I mean the first episode was super confusing for me. Like he woke up and like he's all divided and like jigsaw what's the, what the episode was called. And like at first thought I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. This anime sucks. That's my first thought, and I was like, "Just give it a shot, Chase. Give it a shot." And then, like at the end of the episode, or not the end, but like you know, starting to piece more things together, I was like, "Okay, I can start seeing a story like actually get built here and everything." So, and like trying to figure out the brilliant detectives, trying to figure out like where like what's happening, who killed Kairu or who
Iru,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, Kairu. Um, I started to like that more. Like I tried to like figure it out like as episodes go on, like how she passed away and stuff like that, or how she got murdered. And sometimes you can figure it out pretty easily, and then other times you're like, no idea. I never would have caught that.
How the multiple deaths thing, that how they again, and they just keep putting him, like dropping him in the well over and over again if he fails.
Oh
And
yeah,
each time he has no memory, right? So it's not like he can go, "Oh shit,
this
if
happened
I
last
turn."
time. We do this time. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to figure it out brand new each time. That's brutal, dude. Can you imagine like playing a video game and you die and then you have no idea what you did wrong
Yeah.
in the last level? That would suck. That would be super hard.
Yeah, does he have like a little bit of a precognition of what might happen though? Because like he keeps getting put in and put in and put in, but like there's some times when I thought like especially like with the fire episode where he kept dying over and over and over again. Like like he would get to a part and then he would like look around real quick and he would like sense something's gonna come, and then like he immediately react right before it happened.
It's possible there could be some subtle thing that he takes with him that he's not fully aware of. I mean,
I
we
think it'd have
really
to, honestly.
we really don't know the full extent of how the
Yeah.
the well. I'm just gonna call
The
it the
well.
well.
We'll call it the
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
yeah. We really don't know how the well works, and even they who use it don't really fully understand how the well works. I think there's still some
Yeah, not till the end.
mystery. Yeah. So there's some unanswered questions in that. But yeah, you could probably think that he takes something with him. He doesn't know like everything that he has done, but he kind of has like a deja vu probably
Yeah.
type experience.
What's the main character's name again? So we can get that guy straight.
Oh,
Nagi.
I just know him as
What's called
I
Nagi?
just know Nagi.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's the first 4 letters of his name, Nagi.
We can call him Nagi. I don't.
Nagi
I just know him as.
or Nari. Nari. Let's see. It invaded. I'm curious now.
I just know him as the brilliant detective.
Well, that's his name when he goes in, but what's his name when he comes out?
Actually,
RSA?
so that's not his.
Akihito. Akihito.
He actually has a name when he goes into. Well,
Yeah.
not just
Sakaido.
Sakaido. Yeah, he remembers his. He goes, "I'm a brilliant. My name's Sakaido." Or no, her name is Kairu, and my name's Sakaido, and I am a brilliant detective.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's how every scene starts.
Yep, it definitely does. And then like the not the first episode, I think it's the second episode where the rookie gets captured by the first serial killer that we come into contact with. Which I like his character a lot. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed his character. His arc itself is
not redeeming, honestly, but like it's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Not redeeming. Anyone who drills holes, people say.
Yeah, he's a serial killer that drilled a hole through his brain because he has mathemania or something like that, where like he sees numbers and like he has and every time he sees a number he has to like file it or whatever in his brain, and like it consumes his life. So he drilled a hole in his brain so he doesn't have to see that anymore, which worked. So now like he drills a hole in other people's brain, so they don't have to have that problem either. I guess. Which they don't have that problem.
When they drop him into the well and we find out,
because you find out other things too.
Well, yeah, so originally I was like, man, he's really dumb because he just keeps dying, right?
Yeah, he sucks.
You find out that. Did you hear that?
I did. It's okay though.
Okay.
What's wrong? Can you take that?
No, someone called me.
Yeah, do you gotta take it?
No, I don't have to take it, but
okay.
Totally just screwed up the audio.
Nah, you're fine.
So give me one moment. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hello.
You back?
I'm back. Let me mute this phone here before.
Was it important?
Happens again? No.
Okay.
Not important at all. Not more important than the podcast.
The podcast is the definite most important thing in the world. As we don't have an episode come out for like 3 months. We're trying to be better humans, okay, everybody? Thank you for keep listening. I appreciate it. This is just for fun. It's just for fun.
Yes. Where were we?
We're talking about the guy that drills holes in people's brains because they're missing a piece.
Yeah. So what was interesting about his character is like you think he's just like, man, this guy's really like he's a brilliant detective, but he's really stupid, right? He keeps dying, not even 10 seconds into his drop in the well, which we'll get to why they have to use him for a short period of time or attempt to use him for a short period of time, but then you find out later that he actually was doing that on purpose because the well he was in add numbers because he's in the well. The
hole is plugged.
hole is plugged essentially, and so now he's seeing numbers everywhere, and it's like driving him crazy. So he's like, I have to get out of here. So he's like,
Yeah,
fakes.
he's trying to die as fast as possible. And the reason like he also like does that is he remembers who he is when he goes into the well. So he knows his real name, and he knows who he is. And he remembers each time he goes in. So
Yeah.
like he has that like extra leg up as well. But like he goes into Akihito's or Sakaido's, whoever you want to call them, well, that's why they have to use him. And but Sakaido's like, well, is all numbers. So like it was like the worst person to put in there.
Yeah. Yeah, the first serial killer that we meet, that his arc itself, he's the only one that has like a really interesting arc. The others are more like supporting characters or just there to move the plot forward.
Yeah. I would say him, and then the rookie I think has a really good like overall arc as well, because she tries to kill herself at the second episode in, because the drill guy, he captured her, and he's like, that's not how you use a drill, as she's like tied up on a steel like table, and she like headbutts the drill and causes her own like hole. And then the drill guy was like, I'm proud of you, I appreciate that. Come see me when you get out if you make it through.
Yeah. What did you think of our main hero being a serial killer himself?
He's not a serial killer. He's a serial, has the other person take the initiative.
Yeah.
He's a serial suicide inducer.
Yeah,
but he could do it because like he knows all that personal information about them, and like they're like subconscious, so it's easy.
Yeah, so that it's easy for him, and that just makes it so much better.
Yeah, because he's not actually killing anybody. He's just like, he's talking with words. If words affect you that much, not saying you should kill her.
My God, Chase.
But for serial killers, yes, they should kill.
Is his strategy that redeeming just because he's using words?
I think it's redeeming because, so like, that saying like with Batman that says like, if I kill someone, that leaves the same amount of killers in the world. That's not the same thought process with serial killers, because the serial killers have killed multiple people, so that takes less people out. Plus, he's not even killing them; they're killing themselves.
He's just manipulating them into he left one alone. Like not the very first killer, but the second one, I believe. Right? This is what was the second killer that they caught?
Who was the second killer?
It
wasn't Gravedigger, was it?
Wasn't the Gravedigger, I don't think. But it was the first. It was right after they caught
Jigsaw. Yeah,
Jigsaw, where they're all in the cell together, and he just starts talking to him, and then you see him in the background. He's wrapped a bed sheet around his neck.
Yeah,
and he starts like choking. He kills himself.
Bomber.
The bomber. Yeah, and he just kills himself in the cell like that.
Yeah,
I mean, not saying keeping serial killers alive is a good thing, but just that's dark, dude. I personally, even though
it's very dark. I mean, it's a dark anime for sure.
But not only is it a dark anime, but it's a dark character trait that they give our hero, because, if the only difference between what he's doing is being good or bad is the person he's doing it to, that still doesn't change. With his words, he's able to just twist someone's mind into where they go from I want to be alive, and even though I'm doing, these horrible things
Horrible
too, like
things. Yeah.
I want to kill myself. Like I feel
Yeah.
that's you
It's
could
pretty
do
dark.
that to anybody,
Yeah, that's true.
not just serial killers. So,
It's kind of like
um,
Dexter, where like they're Dexter's like a
serial killer
what's
who
your
kills.
yeah hero killer who kills serial killers. Yeah,
Yeah.
and okay, and I want to preface this right. So like what I said earlier, if you have mental issues, please go seek a therapist. 100%. If
This
you are
this
having
episode
thoughts of
is not.
suicide, please go seek a professional therapist.
No.
100%.
I'm glad you said that. Good for
Of
you.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have
Um.
been affected personally, like close wise, with a death by suicide. So I want to preference
But
that.
yeah. But yeah. Very. It's not something to
No, not at all. But in the
joke with.
context of
Yeah.
this anime, that's how I
Go
feel about
ahead.
serial killers.
Okay.
Oh goodness,
Specifically the Gravedigger one.
bro, that was
Gravedigger
horrible.
one
That
was
was so
yeah.
horrible. That was so horrible. And
Then the
like
copycat.
yeah, the copycat that one was
Yeah.
really bad. Like I knew going in that copycat, I knew that was a recording. I 100% knew it was a recording. It was like they're not going to get to her in time.
I started to, as it went on, I was like, "Oh, this isn't real. Like, there's no chance." But like, there was when she was like, "They'll find me," that little positivity
Yeah,
that she adds, I'm like, "Oh no, you're already dead." God,
I
this is
know. That's so sad. And like he's still sitting up there watching the live thing as she's downstairs in that barrel, just dead.
yeah,
Horrible.
yeah.
Horrible.
Um,
And then I like how I kind of like and like you were talking about this like you can try like without trying to spoil it with psychopaths you have your psychopath meter or whatever and like they have that thing that can tell like how likely you are to commit a crime, right? Whereas
mhm,
like in this one they have that little tool, I'm not sure what it's called, but it could read cognition particles, which
mhm.
is weird, but like it could tell you like how really likely you are to or like how likely your drive to kill is at that moment, right?
Yeah. Which is
It's
a sort of interesting thing to think that like that sort of like energy is like emanating around you, and it's just residue that you're leaving behind as you're going through the world, and so they're just picking up the particles, that residue that you leave behind, right? So that's why
I
they're
kind
able
of
to.
think yeah, I kind of think that this anime ripped off Psychopaths because it came after because like they was like I like that idea, I'm just going to change a couple things about it.
Yeah, it is very. I mean, even if you look at like the rookie and the hero, I mean, they're
Yeah.
both
It's
a
the same thing.
criminal.
It's actually the same
It's the
thing.
same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
a criminal who's working with his best friend to solve crimes, and
Next best
he
friend.
takes under his wing ex best friend
Yeah.
for unknown reasons yet.
But in this
Person.
one, the best friend doesn't. I mean, I so in this one, the best friend doesn't get arrested at the end, but he definitely like was not following procedure, I guess.
Oh yeah. He definitely went off the. But even then, like oh. One step further. How much it is? A leader, the chief,
Oh
is the
yeah.
ultimate bad guy,
Oh,
and
100%. This is pretty much Psychopass 2.0. New gen Psychopass. That's all it is. Like I saw it coming because I watched Psychopass. I was like, yeah,
Wow.
the Chief's John Walker, 100%.
Wow.
110%.
I knew, so like I had my suspicions, but I knew for a fact that John Walker was chief. With the moment when best friend, the investigator lead,
Yeah.
gets arrested,
Oh,
they
100%.
said that they found a body in his backyard, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
You planted that. You planted that
yeah,
there.
right, that 100%, you planted that there," and that's I knew from that point on for sure. But
I liked it
um,
so cool. Like when, yeah, I liked it so cool. That's a cool sentence, Chase. I liked it a lot when, they went a well within a well, like Inception style, like a dream within a
yeah,
dream. I like that a lot. And then I like where that, Akihito spent a whole year and like
2
some
years,
change.
2 years, yeah,
He spent 2 years in there. Got to spend all that time with his family, which is really nice. I really like that. And then like he got pulled out, and then
Time
go
that
ahead.
he didn't have. Time that he
Yes,
didn't have in the real world. So this is basically he got to live out
like
fantasy almost.
yeah, past it. And then
Yeah.
like the rookie, and this is jumping ahead of a little bit because I want to talk about another thing, but jumping ahead a little bit. And then the rookie gets put in there, and then she solves it like super easy with all the stuff that he has. And he's like, "Hello, is this John Walker?" And she's, and then it cuts to the chief, and he's like, "What? What?" That's all you needed to say.
Yeah.
We
Well,
know who he
so
is.
when they're in the well within the well and they bump into each other and he's like, I've been here for like 17 minutes. How long have you been here? And he's like,
Yeah,
2 years.
years.
And it's like,
Because,
holy shit.
and you find out it's because they pop into that well within a well right before their first kill. So he pops in right before he kills the challenger, but she pops in
Hmm.
right before she tries to kill herself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that makes sense why they
they
didn't
didn't meet.
cross. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, and also like the why Kairu is the center of attention in well, no matter who goes in, because Kairu is basically the brain of the well. It's what allows them to,
yep.
which
I mean, it's basically Asuka, whatever her name is.
Suk.
Yeah, the main girl that powers the machine.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot.
it's
I've
just
seen.
literally her. It's called Kairu. Yeah,
Yeah, the kid's called Kairu, but um, yeah, she's powering the well. It's taking a child and locking her in a machine. I mean, this is like it's like
this is the dude that makes serial killers, Lance. There's nothing beyond him.
yeah. Um, what I was really interested in about her character is why serial killers were able to enter into her memories. I'm very
Um,
interested about that. Like, because everything else about it, like pseudoscientifically, they build out like an explanation for why they're able to do all these things, right? Capturing particles and they, drop into the well, and the well, you're basically doing you're dropping your mind to it.
yeah.
Like all that can be is within the universe explained. But there's no explanation that I remember where they're like, oh yeah, this
Well,
child is able to just
she has powers. Remember, like she was born that way. And like and they don't go into her dreams. She has I mean, I guess they go into her dreams, but she like all like her mind or like her dreams or like her memories like get pushed out to people around her.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm looking for more of like a explanation of how she was like why, because that indicates to me that there are other special children in this universe. Like she just happened to be
She happened to be the only one.
the only one, so like makes me think that maybe there might be in a season 2, another child that was
The
that way
rest
and
of the
being
X-Men. Yeah. This is just the X-Men universe of this.
yeah.
This is just Japan. They haven't made it to the US yet.
X-Men Japan. Um, but that was one part I would like to see more of is like
Yeah,
explaining
definitely.
like why does she have those powers? Is it a mutation? Is it like X-Men? Is it something else? Is it magical? Is there like some sort of like I'd like to hear more
Yeah,
of
I would
why
too.
she's special in that way. So
What's really cool too, I like that when Akihito went into the well within the well, and like he started figuring things out. Like he actually remembered, like, hey, this is a dream or like a dream within a dream. So like he
hmm.
knew, and but like at the end of like that 2 years, he's like, nope, it's all real. It's all real. It's all real. Never mind. He's like
I
trying to
mean,
tell the
like
rookie.
yeah, like how makes me wonder just how immersive going through that is like believing that even though you go into it knowing oh this is totally fake like I know what's going on right now I remember but you
It all still
then
feels
just
real, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it has to feel real, but I'm just wondering, just like I would be curious myself to go into that experience just to see, actually like experience how real that is, right? Like the so real that you can go, I know this is fake, but everything around me, when I'm touching, when I'm seeing, all that stuff is so believable that I totally just give up, you know, knowing the truth and just accept it as reality. That's I'd be curious to see what that is, what that experience is like.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
And then I also I liked it when he like went straight to the challenger's house and was like, nope, not this time. And then
his
like
ass
I,
kicked too. Like
bro,
that guy.
he got Akihito got his ass kicked, and like if
Yeah,
he didn't have a gun, it would have been game over 100%.
yeah.
He's like, I'm not a little 14-year-old girl, and he still got his ass kicked.
Kicked. I'm doing it right. I'm doing it the correct way this time. Let's fight. Got you now, bitch. And he just shoots him right as his friend comes in. And
Well, though he shot him like twice in the chest, and then like a challenger was still going.
no, I thought did he? Because I know in the first in the real world when he went through
In the
that, he
real
just came
world,
in,
and just
just
shot him
knocked
like
the
6
door
times.
down. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. He was still going in that second time after he shot him. I forgot about that. So it's been a minute.
yeah,
Just,
yeah. It was a great anime. I really enjoyed it. Liked every aspect of it.
um, what did you think of the final fight when they were like just going through everyone's id well?
I liked how they went through everyone's Idwell, but I think they made John Walker just too strong. It made no sense why he was that strong. It made sense because like he killed himself in the real world, right? So he didn't have he even so like when he remembered his name in his own Idwell, it didn't matter
uh
because he had nowhere to go back to, and like he doesn't have a real world Idwell. So
I wonder how how they actually drop your mind into the well, because if he killed himself in the real world, does that mean that your mind, when you drop into the well, does it actually leave your body and you're like sitting there comatose essentially, or like is it
it kind
are
of
you
has to be right because like
or are
if
you
not
plugged
that way,
in?
if you're
Or
plugged
you
in when he killed himself, he would have been plugged out because his mind's actually gone. I
hmm.
think it just either like does a copy paste kind of thing, or like a cut and paste, and then like when you get pulled out, extracted, it goes back in, which makes sense because they call it extraction.
Yeah. But yeah, there is still a physical like response that when you come back. It's not like your brain, you're exhausted when you come back. So you physically carry with you, I think, everything that you go through while you're in the well, even though you don't. So yeah, it probably is something like they're actually extracting your mind,
Yeah,
then or inputting your mind and then extracting it back. Which is another aspect of the universe I'd like to have more detail into, like the design and how they built the machine and testing. Like how many other iterations have there been of this? So
yeah, totally agree.
anything else that you found interesting or want to bring up?
Not that I know of. I mean, I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. It was a super good anime. Great choice. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Chase.
Thank you,
I have
Lawrence.
good. I have good ideas.
I
Yeah,
know.
I know good anime.
I like that you're venturing off and finding your own animes.
I started another one today.
What's that one?
Tokyo Revengers.
Oh, I've already watched that. You'll like it.
I'm
It's
on
really good. It's like a
just
I guess you would call it that. I mean, it's not really an isekai, but it's kind of an
it's like
isekai.
a racer almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Eraser, but like better.
Is it better than a racer? I'm looking
Um,
forward to it.
I don't know if it's better. So Eraser has like a special place in my heart just because of the story, and like it's so like good of a story, but like there's just more of Tokyo Revengers, I guess. There's more episodes. So it's more the thing that I like, I guess.
It's fair. I get
I
that.
wouldn't say that Tokyo Revengers is better than Eraser, because Eraser is a great story standing alone by itself, but it just has more.
I like the idea.
Because how far are you into it, Tokyo Revengers?
I just finished, I believe, episode 3.
Oh yeah.
I just started
I,
it this morning. While
talk,
I was waiting for your ass to wake up, I was like,
calm down,
well,
calm down.
here.
Hey. That's between me and you, not between all of our listeners. Okay, you leave all
Uh-huh.
20 of them out of it. I'm proud to say we have 20 consistent. Well, I don't know. We'll see after this episode launches, but 20 consistent listeners because we used to have 3, and 2 of them were in. Oh gosh, where were they,
Germany.
man? Germany. That's
Germany.
right. Still appreciate you guys.
They might. Who knows? We'll find out if they're still listening.
I hope they sell their Alexas because that's what they were listening on.
But yeah,
But
I
but Takemichi, just to let you know, is pretty whiny. But he's not as whiny as
is
your light
Nabaru,
angel
or I was gonna say
Subaru.
Subaru Natsuki.
I mean, now that I think about Subaru, I'm like, he's allowed to be that whiny. I think as much as
I
as much
don't
as he does.
dislike. I don't dislike Subaru. I feel like you're right. There's a special place in my heart for Subaru Natsuki.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested. We'll have to talk about Tokyo Revenge. Actually, so what
We will. Yeah, that's fine. As you keep
we
watching.
should. So if we're talking about anime that you've
What's
already
Tori
seen,
watching this week? Okay.
So what Tori wants to watch, we talked about yesterday. I actually am super stoked to watch it. Is Nier Automata.
Oh yeah. You tell me about that.
Both played the game. Tori's played more of the game. Like she is 100% completed that game. Twice.
Wow.
So it's a great game. It's a great soundtrack. Honestly, I kind of want to go back and play it again, and actually because there's so much there, and I only completed. It's not fair to say it has. It's actually there's technically 26 endings of the game,
Jeez, no, I'm not playing that.
but there are 5 main endings of that game. And the 5 main endings, it's actually not fair to call them standalone. Like you can end there, be done, but it's technically more like 5 acts.
Okay.
So like, the first 2 endings are basically mirrors of each other.
Okay.
And then the following 3 endings are kind of like, it's like Act 1, Part 1, Act 1, Part 2. Then you got Act 2, Act 3, etc. And so it's not really fair to say 5 main endings because the first 2 are the same essentially, but different sides of that ending. It's a very excellent game. It's an excellent story. I'm so glad to hear it as an anime. And so she's eager to watch that, and I am too. So that's on the list.
Good.
But if we're talking about anime that you've already seen that we might want to talk about on the podcast, you should watch Soul Eater.
Yeah. How many episodes is that?
Nothing that the master of anime that you are can finish in a night.
I don't know. I mean, if it's like 86 took me like 3 or 4 days. So
You could finish this in 3 or 4 days.
okay, sounds good. Well,
It's 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Yeah,
I keep watching my boxing anime, man. I haven't watched that in a long time.
Which one are you watching?
Hajime no Ippo. It's a
I think I know what.
It's real good.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Amazing fight scenes in that.
So, Soul Eater has a total. It's actually technically. So I think when I first watched it, there were 2 seasons. Like on Funimation, I think it listed as 2 seasons. When I Google it real quick, it says 1 season, but there are 51 episodes.
Oh God! All right.
So good, dude.
It's gonna be a 2-part episode though.
Think?
51 episodes. That's so much to pack in. But I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
But let's do short ones for a little bit so we can catch up, have a backlog like we always say we're gonna have, but never have, and then we'll get into those. But
Yeah.
I'm good on It Invaded. Overall, I would rate that 8 out of 10 for a good show.
8 out of 10 is a good rating.
I think so too.
I'm very eager for season 2.
If they have season 2.
If they have a season 2, God, it's just gonna turn into one of those like I've been waiting 8 years for season 2, and it's like, well, it's still we're working
I
on it.
mean, Hunter x Hunter, don't say anything about that. So Hunter x Hunter's been like 15 years.
Yeah.
You should watch that. It's a great show.
I would buy it too. That's another thing. I don't normally buy. I've been going over some of the TV, some of the TV series I've watched, and I don't normally think buy a TV series like a season.
Yeah.
Like It Invaded, I liked it so much that I feel like buying it.
I'd probably buy it too. I'd
Yeah,
probably buy it. I'd buy the manga.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else?
No, I think
good.
that's it. It's basically Psychopaths 2.0. Better story, not a better world yet.
Yeah, I would agree.
But it could be if they keep it going.
Cool. Are we gonna say what we're gonna watch and record next time or not?
No, let's keep it a surprise.
Surprise. Alrighty. Sounds good. We'll catch everyone next time.
Bye.